Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Romance of Three Kingdoms 14 on the Mysterious JG. Um, so yeah, had a week to get over that cold, and I'm in that mode where for many days after a cold is over, you may have congestion and whatnot. I'm just working through the stuff that built up in my body. Not sick anymore, but still sniffly. So, oh, excuse me, yeah, great way to start. Hopefully there won't be too much of that. Apologies. Still reading the comments. The only one who's doing the in-character role-playing, and this is neither a complaint nor just I think I went from 0 to 60. Like there was 3 or 4 different people doing that in Nobunaga's Ambition series, where at most it had one person who sporadically did that before in like RTK 10. So it was really quite surprising that so many people did it. But we got the only person who's doing it now, and I feel a little bad now because his career isn't going as well as it could be because of my own ignorance. But Shuten was in the comments actually telling the narrative story of this brigand and who is now serving Yuan Shu, and he's doing a good job of it. I'm enjoying it in part because there is a character of this guy who it's hard to tell sometimes if he really believes in Yuan Shu. He thinks Yuan Shu is the guy who will let him achieve what he needs to achieve. And I'm having a little trouble, and I'm not suggesting any change to the narrative of, does this guy believe in Yuan Shu, or does he believe that Yuan Shu is so unscrupulous that he'll be able to do whatever he needs to? But I like the fact that there's nothing where you, like, you know, people in the Masamune Date, Nobunaga's Ambition, people would write in stuff where they would meet Masamune and talk to him. But Yuan Shu would not lower himself to meet with this bandit. He wouldn't. Like, if people give him reports that this guy's doing well, he's going to be annoyed by them. Because what I'd kind of forgotten about, I don't know if I went into this in a previous video or not. But I'd mentioned in a previous video, I got myself DVDs of this 1990s Romance of Three Kingdoms series, not the more current 2010s or 2000s one. But I'd forgotten aspects of the story, like the fact that there's a fictionalized story in the novel where oh god, what is his name? It's and it isn't at Wu Gate, it's at Hulao Gate, I believe. Or is it Hangyu Gate? Maybe it's... No, it's Hulao Gate. So when Dong Zhuo is still around, Hua Zhang or somebody, he's got his officer defending Hulao Gate. I can't remember his name now. And every time the coalition is parked outside Hulao Gate, but every time they send someone to fight Hua Zhang, I'm thinking it's Hua Zhang. I might have the name wrong. He keeps defeating whoever. He'll challenge the commander of the army to a duel, and he'll win. And Lu Bu is like not around at this point, and Dong Zhuo is in Luoyang. Lu Bu's around, he's just not on the field. He's kind of like hanging back with Dong Zhuo. And all these generals keep getting defeated. Sun Jin's army is going to overpower this guy. There's no duel between Sun Jin and Hua Zhang, but that's the whole chapter where Yuan Shu is jealous of how much success Sun Jin is having, so he withholds supplies, which causes Sun Jin's army to falter at a critical moment. Later, there's this whole thing where the commanders are in their tent, and they're talking about, well, who are we going to send out to fight Hua Zhang? And they send a couple of officers, and they each get defeated, and the commanders are all depressed. And suddenly, so Liu Bei is at this dinner, and he's seated behind Gongsun Zan, because Gongsun Zan is the coalition leader that Liu Bei is serving at the time. And sitting behind Liu Bei, so like Liu Bei is 1 step back from the main table and 2 steps back, sitting behind Liu Bei at either side, kind of defending him because they're his sworn brothers, and he's the oldest brother and the one that they're kind of defending, are Zhang Fei and Guan Yu. So at one point, somebody, I guess Yuan Shao, notices Liu Bei and thinks that there's something unusual or remarkable about his his appearance and ask Gong Zhang who he is. And when it's explained that Liu Bei is a distant relation of the imperial family, he's kind of invited to sit at the table and the adult table. And after that happens, and not before, when they're asking for, who will go out and defeat this guy, Guan Yu suddenly speaks up and says, "I will go defeat Hua Zhang. I am not afraid. I will go out and defeat him in single combat." And the lead general to the table asks, "Well, who are you, sir? We're not familiar with you." And he says, "I am a spearman in Liu Bei's units of Gong Xingzhan's group." And like, he's an archer, and Guan Yu or Zhang Fei is a spearman, but they're not officers and they're not noblemen. So the officers all get in an uproar, and Yuan Shu, our ruler specifically, is like, "Who are these common peasants, these lowly peasants sitting at this table? Why should our noble ears be forced to listen to the coarse speech of these lowly commoners?" And Cao Cao in particular says, "No, there's something about this Guan Yu guy. I will heat wine for him to toast him, and we will send him out." And that there's just like this sense of, and Yuan Shu is like, "No, this person is beneath us. Have we no one better to send against their general than some common thug?" And Cao Cao is like, "If he's just a commoner, what loss if he rides out and dies?" And Yuan Shao is finally like, "Fine, let him try his luck," because Yuan Shao is the leader. And Cao Cao warms wine for Guan Yu. This is all kind of important later, because, Cao Cao will be this great admirer of Guan Yu, and much later in the book will be trying to win him over to his force. But for now, it's just like Guan Yu's like, "No, keep the wine here. I will go out, kill Hua Zhang, and if I'm successful, then I will celebrate with the drink of wine." And he goes out and he kills Hua Zhang, and he rides back. And Cao Cao raises wine to salute Guan Yu for his great success, and Yuan Shu says, "I have had enough. I will not sit at this table and be insulted. Great lords of the land, are you all to be held in the sway of some common ruffian?" And Yuan Shu strides out, and all of his officer and support staff strides out, and it breaks up the party. And Cao Cao has to, in secret, to avoid creating even more trouble, sends gifts to Guan Yu and Liu Bei's camp to keep their spirits up. But Yuan Shu, and this is the second big time in the novel where this happens, Zhang Fei, Liu Bei, and Guan Yu strike a great victory against the Yellow Turbans and help save Dong Zhuo, who at the time is fighting the Yellow Turbans on behalf of the Emperor. And Dong Zhuo goes to thank them, and when he finds out they're commoners, he just dismisses them and pretends it never happened. And now, again, Guan Yu strikes this great victory. And this is a fictionalized account of what happened. It was actually Sun Jin's forces who defeated Hua Zhang at Hulao Gate in real history. And I was reading in the notes of my translation of the novel, it's fairly common for Liu Bei and his brothers to be given credit for exploits that were conducted by other armies, just because the novel is building them up as a hero. So this is a specific case. Guan Yu didn't do anything at the Battle of Hulao Gate specifically, but the novel kind of creates this story of him defeating the forces at Hulao Gate and being spurned because he was common. But Yuan Shu specifically is the one they make act like this big asshole, and it's Yuan Shu. Now, as I'm playing Yuan 7 on another video a game I'm playing on the channel, there's a character who he's in that classic Chinese literary mode of trumped up official who looks down on common people. Very big thing in Chinese lit from that period. Anyway, now that I've wasted a third of the video, reading the comments, I'm doing it wrong. The problem is, off-screen, goofing around a bit with catapults, I was able to get more than one siege unit to attack at a time. I don't think that's how it works with these. That's why so little damage is being done to the gate, because now I've moved all the towers into range, but it's only one that's actually doing anything. So what I'm going to do is... I'm just going to pull these guys back, and Sun Da will try to take the gate. And if he fails, Ald will be next, and then it'll be shooting you out. But, This is just me, and you know, I'll role play and say Yuan Shu doesn't know what he's doing, but he'll never admit that it was his fault, and he'll blame the incompetence of the officers in the field. But I'm just saying, yeah, I thought the towers, siege towers, had range, and it looks like they just don't. So this gate has range of 2. These towers, even though I would think it's the same, it's archers mounted in this thing attacking, but somehow they don't, because this thing is not taking damage at a rate that indicates 3 units are attacking it at once. And again, I'll tell you, I was goofing around off screen, and I've already taken Wu Gate and played around a few turns after, and then loaded because I was just goofing around between recording sessions. I think I just crammed a really high troop count siege unit up here. I don't think I was trying. I was trying to be smart and strategic, and combine forces of multiple units, and it just isn't going to work. But I guess that's, with catapults it would be possible. As you can see, Hulao Gate is a larger gate. I could have 2 units attacking Hulao Gate. Same thing for Tong Gate. It looks like Wu Gate is just set up in such a way, and even over here, I thought units could stand on these hexes, but it looks like they can't. I couldn't get units to advance to this hex here is considered gate. Same thing over here. Okay, so Wu Gate can only be attacked by 1 unit at a time. Interesting. What about Tong Gate? Tong Gate might be the same. That is... Oh, no, that's highway. That's flat. That's gate. So, yeah. Wu Gate, I don't know if it's unique. I forget how many gates there are on the map total. They're all over here in the west. Is it just those 3 gates? Is there any more gates up here? Yanping Gate looks like it's similar. So these gates that are guarding like a really narrow mountain pass can only attack with 1 unit at a time. I wonder if they have lower hit points. Hulao Gate has durability goes up to 8,000. Hanggu Gate durability goes up to 8. Tong Gate durability goes up to 5. And then Wu Gate, home of Ric Flair, goes up to 5. Okay, so these big gates that can be attacked from more than one spot have a higher max durability because they're bigger. Not Tong Gate, but it looks like there's a trade-off. Okay, all right. So I've made a complete mess of that. I've also wasted half this video vamping. So let's get on with things here. These guys are all coming after Huangzhu, most famous for being the one who orchestrated the ambush that killed Sun Jin. So he would be a mortal enemy of Sun Tzu if the game even recognizes that. I wonder if it does, actually. I know I'm wasting a lot of time here, but I'm curious about that now. Let's see. What would be the fastest way to find Sun Tzu? Probably has a really high leader stat. Yeah, there it is. 104. Wow. Adversary. Okay, he's an adversary. Huangzhu is an adversary. So is Chengdang and Liu Jun. I don't really remember who they are, but Huangzhu is the guy who killed his dad. So yes, that would make sense. Okay. Doesn't really affect strategic decisions at the force level, but I think it would affect his ability to work for Sun Tzu later. Okay. Have I done rewarding this turn? Doesn't look like it. Pei Yuan Chao is... Suggestions, banquet, sabotage. Liu Bei, more banquets. I don't care about those too much. Agriculture, commerce, investment. I'll just do investment. And I don't think there's anyone we really care about employing that's out there right now. At least not that we can get to. It'd be pretty cool to have Shingen working for us, but by the time we got to him, his loyalty probably will be repaired. Also, we could get this fat woman from some manga series about Genghis Khan working for us. Probably not worth the effort. I'm gonna have some people get learned up. Iron Wall. Again, I'd have to put a lot more effort into my, if I really wanted to get people better at finding, like, applying the best possible use of these tomes, it would involve a whole lot more careful buttons. The menuing would go nutty. Gan Ning is a guy that we'll be using in battle if he doesn't already know Warcry, yeah. Yeah, we're getting really close to another level of fame without even having declared ourselves emperor yet. So unless I want to spend a lot of time looking at the different cities and changing city governors around, every place has someone. They're all working on something, so I don't really feel the need to mess with it too much. And people have told me that they believe there's quality of life changes that make it easier to do automatic searches for officers, or not officers, but gold, and that's just not properly integrated right now. So you're doing everything. I really got to figure out who I want to attack now. Probably the smart move would be Cao Cao, but if I'm role-playing as Yuan Shu, even though apparently the only reason these guys marched out is because Lethal was out on patrol, and they came after Lethal thinking I was attacking them, and that drew them out. But still, Yuan Shu, like, I'm really tempted right now to try to attack Jinye. The logic being that Yuan Shu wouldn't brook any attack on his territory like that. But I was going to leave Liu Biao alone, so I'm really torn on that one. I probably, because I spend so much time in each menu and just like dithering and thinking about different things, it's taking a while. But in fact, there are people who think I'm moving too aggressively in the comments, and particularly in the wrong direction. I've now got a very long, flat empire where like Wan and Shotun, or even worse, Wan and Guanling, would be hard-pressed to support each other because they're so far apart. So, like, I've got a lot of distance between cities, considering that's always going to happen as you conquer lots of cities, but I haven't conquered that many cities before creating that problem for myself. See, this is why I come in and check periodically. You are already at level 2, so I might want to switch you to something else, like commerce. That being said, Got a lot of troops here in my capital. I do need to pick up the pace. Liang now, like, being under my control is silly. That shouldn't be... That really shouldn't be happening. Probably should have switched you over to barracks at some point. Actually, this one. Trying to consider getting somebody who's better at raising barracks. Like, I think switching... What if we switched you guys? Earl King and JG. Oh, I shouldn't actually do that. Hold on, it's a waste. Canceling those orders and trying this again. Let's, Actually, if I just want somebody who's good at barracks, maybe Earl King is who I need, regardless of what he's already doing. I'm gonna switch to Chen Lang. Takes everything else down, but... No, he sucks. Let's get Earl King. Let's see, 365 gold income. $355 roll income. It's not that much of a difference, is it? 353. Now we'll go ahead and go with Earl King. And over here will be you. Working on barracks. And it's a little weird to have JG nowhere, but we'll leave it that way for now. We're still doing recruiting, but not training. This place is the level 2 commerce. Start doing something else instead. This is the main place I really got to get. These home cores are what you really got to get leveled up. This place was bleeding gold for a long time, and that's why I wanted to get its commerce really high leveled, but let's face the facts. The main thing is I'm just not going to be able to recruit from here constantly and also train constantly. But I think the overall gold income 1401, gold expenditure 1030. I mean, we can just stop recruiting if we have to. Shuten should be able to take care of the place. The question now is, do I want to attack Liu Biao? Do I want to attack Cao Cao? Or do I want to attack Jia P? Because I've hit the point where I'm no longer going to be able to get, like, events. So, let's punt a little bit longer before we figure it out. But in the meantime, oh, this video is the worst. First video of, Monday videos are always the worst, because this is where I'm sitting down and starting a new set of videos. We're going to search... Because now I just got to get, is Jinsheng already doing something? He is an overseer. Is there somebody who's recommended who is not already an overseer? It'll take you 8 days. You're a terrible overseer anyway, so let's... I don't know why you're an overseer, actually. Maybe you shouldn't be an overseer. Yeah, JG will certainly do better than you, if I just want to bring him back for a while. And that's using an order, which are desperately important for me to use up, in my mind. So she's recommended, which means she'll find whatever. I guess it's a tome, but it might be a better treasure. And now I can just start searching just to get the orders used. Just looking for people who are who are going to be able to do it in a day and aren't already doing a mission. So they'll get gold. If they do anything, otherwise it's just wasting an order. Which is fine. Just looking for anybody who's not an overseer. Well, I got 3 orders left. Search 1. I mean, it's possible we'll find officers and shit over here. You got the guy I keep thinking is Gan Ning is available, so that's good. Alright, perfect. I'm glad to be able to do something. I am, after all, Yuan Chao's son? Cousin? Something? Alright, I've given my, oh, you know, I didn't leave myself any orders to do it. I probably should march more guys out of Wan now. I've made a mess of this. Sun, Shuten Yaomo, Sunda, Ald, this isn't your fault. Let's see what happens. Oh. Registering Liu Bao army and Yuan Shu army have become enemies. Well, Shuten Yaomo allowed the enemy to advance through the gate. Yeah, you can make something out of this in the role playing. You allowed them to come through the gate and then crushed them. I call that was Yuan Shu's brilliant strategy. No, that worked out really well. There's a 2,000 force unit behind that gate that could have reinforced its numbers. Instead, they charged in to attack these siege units, and Shuten Yaomo just crushed them in one shot. That was basically instant victory. In the meantime, my voices are in the meantime, we became enemies because we're attacking this unit, but let's see how this goes. Fire arrows, so grass will burn. He just used check, and he demands his respect. After them! I've decided I talk like Yuan Shu. Someone named Genghis Khan is requesting to serve under you. Gang. Genghis Khan. I do not know the words to this. There's this old UK disco song called Genghis Khan. But yeah, Genghis Khan wants to work for us because this game features created officers from some anime. A couple people have attempted to describe this anime. I read all the comments. I don't always remember them later. Got some folks from some anime. We got some folks from Nobunaga's Ambition series, and we got some folks from Genghis Khan series. And here's Genghis Khan. He has, as you would expect, very high stats. As the guy who came the closest of anyone in human history, as far as I can remember, to conquering the world. They say Alexander the Great had conquered the entire world as he knew it at the time, and like wept as he conquered his last city because there was no place left for him to conquer. Genghis Khan had like the largest empire in the world. Founder of the Mongol Empire, son of... Oh, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, I'm sure. Yasugui, a member of the Kiat clan, a subclan of the Borgin tribe. His birth name was Temujin. His wife was Borta. In 1206, he established a Mongol empire, taking the name Genghis Khan. He then went on to invade foreign lands with his overwhelmingly powerful cavalry. He ravaged lands east of the Great Wall and west of the Caspian Sea. He also campaigned as far north as Russia and as far south as India, achieving an empire that is the largest in history. The only reason to say no is if we thought that there was a possibility he would betray Yuan Shu and take over. And honestly, how fucking interesting would that be for our Let's Play? So let's accept Genghis Khan into our force. I will allow you to join my retainers. Make full use of whatever talents you may possess. Now that you have me, there can be nothing but peace for Yuan Shu army. Of course. When I think Genghis Khan, I think peace, and I think guy who would willingly serve under Yuan Shu. Shuten Yaomo. We have captured Li Jui's army's Zhang Zhu. There are rumors of quite an excellent item in Shouchu, and it should be worth looking into. I would say so. This is the turn where things look good for our cities, because we actually get our revenues. I don't think I'm going to sit here and let you do nothing. Wait, what? So I really do have to answer the question for myself. Do I want to... now, we are already enemies. It's not the smart move, but to an extent, I'm just kind of letting this game play out and see what happens. Eventually, I'm going to regret this, because I believe Liu Bei is at peace with Kong Rong and can't attack him, and Liu Bei is going to come looking to fight me at some point. And it can be difficult to reinforce quickly. Although, as you can see, actually, we got to change your movement orders, because you're no longer... It might be just about time to pull Falger back, actually. I guess we could have him, instead of coming down here, because it's already filling in the places he was going to go. I could have him come up this way and down. But yeah, Falger might have to come back, and which will be relief on Guanling's economy, because he's got a full-size unit. He's got the big one, ladies. And it's only 3,000 troops, but yeah, they would no longer be draining the city's food supplies every turn. Might be time for me to start throwing some towers up north of Guanling, especially because I'm really tempted now to go attack Jinye to punish Liu Biao for even thinking about messing with me. I don't want to do like a full-fledged push south of the river, but taking Jinye and then maybe even Jiangjia and leaving him to think about what he's done, that might be fun. Especially because that would also deprive Sun Tzu of the chance of avenging his father, and that's also a goal of mine in life, to mess with Sun Tzu. Honestly, the real smart move here would be to attack Sun Tzu, but he's got story events that it would be fun to see play out, so maybe we leave him alone for a while. But for now, I'm going to save the game. I'm going to hope that this video records, because I did like 5 videos of a new series last night, and then this would have been the 6th and final one to give me what I needed for my initial uploads was eaten by the interwebs or by my recorder. So I'm hoping this video takes, and if so, we'll see you guys next time when we have to consider pulling Shuten Yaomo back so that we get our prisoner in a cell before his unit can be defeated by my ineptitude in trying to take Wu Gate. See you guys next time.